She's not working. She's on Section 8. She's receiving an income of food stamps. Her husband is working. Did you say he is? So he's collecting unemployment. And he's on the voucher. So this is a clear-cut situation. Now the question, how is your credit?
Oh, it's good. It's just perfect.
Are you sure? When's the last time you saw it?
Last year.
Last year, what was your credit score?
I didn't order it.
Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to make an appointment for you. You're going to come into my office. Let me take your name and number. What's your name? Put it in my calendar. What's your number? Put it in my calendar. You have a pen and a paper? Take this information down. These are the documents that you're going to need to bring with you. Such and such and such. All documentation showing income. Including SSI award letters, your Section 8 voucher, unemployment payments, child support, budget letter from food stamps to cash assistance, and any other income that you or your family members are receiving.
What do you mean,
Anything you're receiving, anything that's as income. If somebody's giving you $1 a month, you're going to put that as income. All documentation showing income. If the person has child support but it's not mandated, you can have the spouse write a notarized letter stating how much is it that they're giving to them for child support. It has to be notarized. Because if you present this to someplace like Park Chester, this is the documents that they want. I mean, this is a very good standard. All documentation.
If the child support is not.
If it's not mandated, they don't have court documents showing that they have to pay the child support. You want some record of it. Photo ID, Social Security card. If they're in the shelter, you need the residency letter. If they're currently in an apartment, you need either their lease, and if their leases expire, you need a letter from the management or the landlord stating that they're up to date on their rent, they're not backed up. Because when you check their credit, this credit from Luxury Mortgage, it'll show whether or not they're in landlord's tenants court and how much is it that they owe.
With what letter? Your what?
You're going to see it. I'm going to show you the form in a minute.
Okay.
Photo ID, Social Security card, all documentation showing income. Also, if the children are over the age of 18, you do need their photo ID and Social Security card. Because if they have a criminal record, I personally feel that the landlord should know what I'm getting them into. Because if somebody did that to me and something went wrong in my house and then I found out from the police, you know, this person has been like up to this type of mischief for a long time now. I'm going to be PO'd at whoever recommended that person to me.
So you don't have to bring the Social Security cards of the children that's under 18?
No. I mean, it's not necessary to me.
No birth certificates either?
If they have it, I take it, but I don't like ask them to go get it, you know. Social Security card, if they lost it, you know, it's going to take how much, like 3-4 weeks to get it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're under 18, they're not adults, so the parents are responsible for them and their actions. Let me stop this real quick.
Italian, the word spider also means to earn money. So we don't throw spiders because it's a sign of money.
Speaking of that, maybe it is true because
it's on your finger.
It's all right. You know the form that you were saying when you fill out?
Mm-hmm.
I showed a buyer, a property on Bussing Avenue. Right? The seller now decides he doesn't want to pay the commission. So it's a good thing that I did have the tenant fill out all the required forms to say that I did show him the property.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like 2 months later, I spoke to the seller and I told the seller, look, if you sell this buyer, this property, you're going to end up in court. There's going to be a lien on the property, and I'm going to drag the buyer in court as well.
That's
So-
for a house.
Yeah, that's for a
I had
house.
a similar situation
So
with an
now,
apartment.
the seller agreed to go ahead and pay us the commission. So maybe it is true.
Well,
Do
No,
it
that's
right the
something
first
you have to
time.
be on top of.
Yeah.
If you do it right the first time, you'll only do it once.
Yeah,
If you do it
exactly.
wrong, you'll be regretting it.
Mhm.
Exactly.
you have to do
All right.
a notice of exposure. That's it.
That's what Andre did.
I showed an apartment. This fucking guy, I'm telling you.
Hey, this is going on Google now.
Hello, people. How you doing? You're all 18 and older, right?
Alright, so he went and met up with my client the next day. They went to another real estate company and tried to sign the lease. And then she told me personally over the phone, she's like, you ain't got no proof that if I wanted to F you this, I could do it, you ain't got no proof, this and that. I'm like, I drove you to the bank to deposit your check. I drove you to cash your money order, back to the bank to deposit your money, and I know you took a check out and you put a down payment on. So you ain't trying to get me over. You know what I'm saying? I
Well, you
straight up,
should have filled out all the
instead of
necessary
trying to do me
documents.
favors, don't take no favors. Don't take no favors, so it ain't gonna benefit nobody. So it turns out she didn't get the apartment anyways because the bathroom didn't have a window or an exhaust. So, but just goes to show you gotta watch your back in this business because it's cut.
By the way, this is just 1 second. I'm actually sick and tired of negative things about this business because you're never gonna make money from focusing on the negative things. You have to learn from it, and by the way, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
You know why you keep it to yourself? Because you are the one that's going to benefit from it the most. You're going to tell somebody else, and they're not going to feel how you feel. They're not going to feel that disappointment that you feel. They're not going to feel that regret that you feel. All they're going to see is, wow, something messed up happened to this guy.
Mhm.
You know what you do? You take that in your mind, and you know what?
Learn
That's the
from it.
thing.
Everything that I did,
That's
I
the
should
thing.
have documented it.
And she's still quoting she needs an apartment.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. By the way, did you guys take a look at this form?
No.
Okay, this is the form that when this tenant comes in, and you're gonna fill out all of these, you're gonna ask them all these questions about their personal life. You need to have them fill this out because, I mean, I don't know how many of you wrote down everything that I said, but half of it I know is gonna go in one ear and come out the other. Tomorrow you're gonna forget. That's why you guys gotta go on Google.
Can I ask a question?
Go
Is
ahead.
there such a form of like an exposure form for tenants or no?
An exposure form for tenants. I think that you don't have to worry about the tenant too much. It's the landlord because they have the thing that's of value.
But that's the thing, that you don't have a contract with the landlord. You don't have nothing with the
Well,
landlord.
you
So I
have
know-
on the bottom of that application form. I usually, when it comes back, I'll point it out to you. On the bottom there, it says apartment applying for. You see that, Chowdhury? In almost the middle?
Yeah.
It says apartment applying for. I usually never fill that out until I show them the apartment that they want. Whichever apartment they express
Mhm.
a great amount of interest, I put that apartment there. So when they, I mean, this has never happened to me. I've never got this. But if it did, I would know that, you know what, this tenant, I took them there. And I want my money. And you should do the same. You took the tenant there, you document it, you should be paid for your work. Nobody goes to the car dealership, gets a tune-up and get it for free. And if you did, I need that guy's number.